on the instrumental. I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back.
It's Madden NFL 23. All eyes are on Jamar Chase, and big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Bulldogs and the Chargers, and it comes your way next.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the London Bulldogs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Londoners, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Southern California. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Back to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it up. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On 2nd down, Carrington. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll look to throw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And we both know there's a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
On second down now, Carrington down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. Brings up
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Chargers! Darnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Complete to Jamar Chase.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third in the nose of the touchdown from 4 yards out. And the Bulldogs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Carrington, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up
2nd and 9 now. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, was enough to get them a first down, and it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They'll try again with the arm here on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They'll set up a throw. And probably the wise decision there. He just throws it away. And that keeps a field goal on the table as it's fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chargers getting set to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup.
They're going to look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Now third down and less than a yard.
They'll look to throw here.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back to throw again. And it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, in the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers are once again back in front.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Give them 32 on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 2nd and 5. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bulldogs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score.
That time a 6-play drive.
Chargers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Hold on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 2. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started out in Denver, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest to check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon, a couple of touchdown runs. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in the victory. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start a drive because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 12-yard line.
2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll look to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Jacobs, touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, touchdown.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score
5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Jacobs going to try the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on third down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? That's what both teams are seeking right now.
Seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Second and 15. And the ball is knocked out. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play. Gets taken 3rd and 6.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
On first down, Carrington. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 46.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
You get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more. He's still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Chargers offense back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's first.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
London about set to take over on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Yeah, now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll run on first down. Carrington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8.
36-yard line.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams.
The 2nd down.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 6.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A gain of 6.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers get a bit closer.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it. It's still down 10.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 31. A 6-yard pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So the Chargers now down by 13. And time, a huge factor. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got Allen. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for London,
a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.
Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7.
And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.